How to open Shopify store. So in this video, I'll be guiding you step by step on how to exactly open a Shopify store. So let's start. So one of the first things you will need to do to open a Shopify store, right, is have a Shopify account. Now, if you don't have one, no worries. You can actually click the link in the description below to get started. And when you use the link, you'll be able to get Shopify for 3 days for free. And then you'll be able to continue using Shopify for $1 for the next 3 months. All right. So once you create the account using the link in the description below, right, you're gonna see something like this, right? And this is your admin dashboard, right? So this is where you'll be able to access your orders, add products, make changes to your online store of how it looks, and more. All right. So one of the first things you will need to do, of course, when you're opening a Shopify store, right, is have products. So to add a product, you can just click on the left here that says products. So once you select it, you'll be able to see an option to add a product, right? And to add another product, you could just click on the top right that says add product right here, right? And so this is the page where you'll be able to upload any type of product that you want to sell inside your Shopify store, right? So let's go ahead and add a product right now. So we could call this like men's black t-shirt, right? We're gonna add an easy description using the AI tool that Shopify provides us with. And then while it does that, we're gonna select an existing products here. Let's see if I have any black t-shirts here. I do not have any, but we're gonna just use the AI image tool here for the image. So we're gonna just do, and so this is one of my favorite features right now is, if you don't have an image, right, you could, pretty much describe it a little bit more detail, right, to Sidekick, and it will create you a image of what you're looking for, right? It's what I did when to create this simple logo for this watch. All right, so there we go. Right, we have a black t-shirt image. All right, so the next thing, of course, when you're adding your product is you need to include the price. So we're gonna just go ahead and add $20 for this price. And then you could also have the option to add a compare at price. So this just means that it will show like what the price was before. So technically it's on sale, right? So we could do like something like it was $35 before. And then you want to add the quantities of how much you have in stock in your location. 20. And from here, you want to make sure you add the correct packaging settings, because you want to make sure the customer is charged correctly and it's not overly charged for shipping as well. And once you're done from here, you just want to make sure you add your variants. So we only have one color. Size could be the basic, small, medium, large. There you go. And so now we have it added, and we're going to make some changes here. Oops. There we go. So we're going to just add like 5. There we go. Have 5 of each. And we're going to edit the search engine listing, and it looks pretty good. So we're going to leave it as is. From here, you just want to make sure you're publishing at the right channels, your product. So for this one, I only want it to be in my online store. That's it. All right. And once you're happy, just click save. So you just added your very first product to your Shopify store that you opened up right now. So one of the next things you're going to want to do, of course, is edit your online store and see how it looks and feels as well. So to do this, you want to select online store right here on the left. Once you select it, you'll be arriving to the online store theme page that I call it, right? You might be seeing Horizon right here as your default theme that Shopify provides you, right? And that is for every new Shopify store that's created. All right. And now you'll see, so you might not see this, but you will see this once you add a theme, right? You'll have your draft themes. What this means is that it will, any themes that's under draft themes, you'll be able to make changes to it without affecting the main theme, which is this one right here. This is the main theme. So if we go down below, you'll be able to discover new themes that you can add to your online store, right? So first we have the AI create AI theme creator, I guess you'd call it, right? Where you can use AI to help create an online store, right? But I'm not really a fan of this style yet. So I just go ahead and use one of the Shopify themes or explore the theme store as well. So let's go ahead and visit the theme store right now. So from here, you'll be able to view free and paid themes that you can go and download for your Shopify store, right? So if you are thinking about buying a paid theme, right, you do want to, always want to check first if it's worth it for you, right, and if it's the right theme. And one of my favorite features, of course, is that you can go ahead and view a demo, right? So this will allow you to just see how the theme reacts, how it feels, right, and if it's something that you want to have in your own online store, right, and if it makes sense, right? So we could click on like some of the cool features that it has, right, and so on, right? You could go ahead and just see how it looks when you click on the product page, and if it's something that you really like and you want to have for your own theme store. Right, so let's go ahead, go back to browse themes. We're going to click free, and let's go ahead and find a theme that we could go ahead and use. So we're going to be using the Dawn theme here. Try theme. So once we add this Dawn theme, it should show up under the draft themes, right? There we go. So now it's added, and we can see it's right here. So now that it's downloaded, right, we could go ahead and make changes to this theme. To make changes to your theme, just go ahead and click edit theme. And now you'll arrive to the theme editor. I know it looks a little bit scary the very first time, right, but it's actually very easy to navigate. So to make changes to certain sections of your theme store, right, you'll be able to hover over with your mouse, right, with the sections that you want to make changes to. So if it's highlighted in blue like right now, that means I'll be able to make changes to the header or to the image banner, right? And so to make changes, just click on it, and then on the right you should see the option where more options are going to have to show up where it says image banner, and these are all the settings I could change and play around when playing around with the image banner here. So we're going to go ahead and explore some, we're going to go ahead and select images. Let's pretend that I want to use my, this AI generated watch image that I have here, right? And let's focus on, making some changes to our online store that we just opened. So timeless piece. I could just wrote pieces, right? Next, to make, let's say I want to make changes to the button again of where I want people to go. I could just click, and here it will take them to the all product page. But if I don't want that, I could just go ahead and click products, and select, let's say I want them to go directly to only my watch right here, right? And so as you can see, we have the black t-shirt here, the watch, the men's black t-shirt, right? It was on sale. As you can see, the compare at price feature working, right? And so, and then we could continue making some more changes. So if we click on, let's say, the product, we could go ahead and make changes to certain sections here. I really like it how it looks right now, so we're gonna just leave it as is. And if you're happy, and if you can also make changes by clicking on theme settings, this will allow you to make changes throughout the whole store, right? Instead of having to do it one by one. So we could do colors, right? And for some reason, there we go. I thought that was me. All right, so once you're happy with this, you go ahead and click save. Right, so now it's saved and you made changes. So one of the next things is, of course, you'll need to add pages to your store, like my fake watch store right now, right? I have the home, I have the watch page, I have about us and contact us page. You probably might only have the home page and contact us page. So let's go ahead and add a page. So to add a page, you want to go ahead and exit a theme editor. You want to select pages on the bottom left here that says online store, under online store, sorry. So once you're here, this is the page section. So this is where you'll be able to create new pages for your online store. So to add a page, just select add page on the top right. And from here, you'll be able to enter any page, you'll be able to create a page, right? So you'll be able to enter a title, right? And you'll be able to enter content for that page. Always make sure you select visibility if you want the page to show up in the main menu, right? And so once you're happy with this, right, so we're just gonna add quickly ask questions, click save. So once you're happy with this, right, just make sure you click save. Now, how do I add this page to your main menu? Now this is actually very simple. You could go ahead and select content. Here on the left, select menus. And you'll see the option for 3 types of menus, right? I have the main menu, footer menu, and customer account. You want to go ahead and select main menu. This will allow you to now add the custom page that you just created. So in my case, it will be the frequently asked questions. Select a page here and save. And there we go. We just added our very first page to our online store. And to always make sure that if it was added properly, you could go back to the online store and we should see the extra page that I just added here on the new theme. And there it is, frequently asked questions. If we click it, there should be nothing. And boom, we successfully added a new page. All right, so now that we added a custom page to our online store, one of the next things and one of the most important things is to set up our payment gateway. Without this, you will not be able to accept payments when customers try to purchase an item from your store. So let's go ahead and add our payment gateway. So to do this, you want to click on settings on the bottom left. Once you select settings, you want to go ahead and select payments. And now you should see the option to either set up Shopify payments or add your own payment gateway as well. So if your region supports Shopify payments, you could go ahead and set that up by just selecting complete setup for your Shopify payments, right? Now, if your region does not support Shopify payments, you will need to use a different payment gateway to do that, right? And then from here, you'll be also able to add additional payment providers, so you could connect your PayPal account and receive PayPal transactions as well when customers check out using PayPal. All right, so once you've set up your Shopify payments, right, one of the next things you're going to need to do is set up your shipping and delivery. So you could do this by clicking on shipping and delivery, right, and select general profile. So once you select general profile, right, you should see the option to customize and change your shipping rates for your store. So as you can see here, you'll probably see that, you know, for some of the regions, there's this error warning, right? That if I want to start selling to the United States, right, I need to include it in the market, right? So again, I do this very easily. Go to market on the main dashboard here of your admin dashboard, click markets and add United States market. For this video, I'm not going to create it, but if you are selling in the United States, you can go ahead and select it and just make sure you have everything set up correctly, right? So you want to make sure you have your taxes and duties, your domain, everything set up correctly so that you can start selling to Shopify customers who reach out your store. All right, so once you click settings, right, and we go back to shipping and delivery, general profile, right, you can go ahead and make changes to your pricing, right? So if you need to customize and make changes, right, you can do this by clicking on the 3 dots here, and you can click on edit shipping option, and this will give you the more options to change how much you should charge or how much you will be charging, right, for shipping, right, the weight limit, transit time, etc., right? And so this is, you know, very important to have, and make sure you just review this carefully when you're setting this up. And one of the last things you're going to want to do, of course, once you open up your Shopify store, right, is set up your domains. So to do this, you can click on domains, right? And from here in domains, you'll be able to do two things. You can either add an existing domain. So let's say you buy one using Hostinger or GoDaddy, or you could buy one if you don't have one yet for your Shopify store directly from Shopify by clicking on my buy new domain, right? Which will allow you to buy a new domain. One of the benefits about this is that it will allow you to automatically connect it to your Shopify store. So they do all the work. So once you buy it, it does the connection automatically, right? Or if you are looking to save some money for the first year when you buy a new domain, you might want to check out Hostinger. I'll have the link for that in the description below, so you guys go check it out. Where you could get like domains for the first year for like almost a dollar for the first year, and then pay $20, let's say, for depending on like how it ends the extension, right? And then pay $20 every year, right? Instead of having to pay $20 for the first year within Shopify. So that's a bonus right there. So that's pretty much it on how to open a Shopify store, right? And inside of your Shopify account. And one of the last things I want to leave you with is some apps that you might want to download for once you've opened up and you've set up your Shopify store and added your products. So if you go to the App Store, you could click on Apps on the side here on the left, and then just click All Recommended Apps, Shopify App Store here. So there's a few apps I want to recommend today. So one of them is called Shopify Flow. So Shopify Flow allows you to create automations for your store. And this is really important when you want to maybe create an abandoned checkout email marketing campaign. So let's say somebody adds my watch to their cart, they go to the checkout, but they don't complete the checkout, right? But they enter their email, right? I can send them an email, maybe let's say 5 minutes later or an hour later, and just reminding them, hey, you added this watch in the cart, don't forget to check out, right? And then if they don't check out, send them another email from the same flow, right? Maybe 5 hours later, being like, hey, here's what people say about our watch, right? And then again, send another email, right? So you can create flows just to help those increase your sales for your Shopify store. Another app you're going to want to download, right, is called Shopify Messaging. So you can go ahead and select Shopify Messaging here in the App Store, right? And this will allow you to send emails to your Shopify customers, right? Or you can also download a better email app, right? OmniSend, right? You could open this tool right here. I'll have the link for this in the description below, so you guys go check it out. And this is one that I recommend, right? Where when you open it up, right, you'll be able to create email flows, email campaigns, right? They already have a lot of templates as well, so just like Shopify Flow, right? So if I open it up right now, turn on continue without tracker. All right. So yeah, it's off right now. I thought I turned it on. Let me see. Edit theme. Oh, yeah, I did turn it off. There we go. Should have it. There you go. So now you can create, of course, campaigns within OmniSend, and that's really cool, right? So you'll be able to send custom campaigns to your Shopify store owner, to your Shopify customer, sorry. And then you'll be able to select automations as well, right? So instead of downloading two apps like Shopify Flow, right, you could just use this tool here to create workflows, and there's a lot of templates they can use, right? You can have the welcome email sequence, abandoned cart, or right, product reviews, right? So this will help you to generate more sales, right? Because you'll be able to generate reviews, you'll be able to generate more sales from customers who don't complete their checkout, right? And so those are just a few apps that I recommend you go download right now for your Shopify store. All the apps I mentioned will be linked in the description below, so you guys could just go and click and download. And that's it for now. And as always, I will see you guys later. And if you guys have any questions, comment down below.